Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about, if you can see through the glare, here's a picture of our brain. And our brain's divided up into the many different lobes, but there's also two separate hemispheres, which is really easy to remember. It's just the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. Now, typically, there's going to be a dominant hemisphere, and from person to person, that's usually different. So then that brings us to our next point, okay? So we have Wernicke's area and then Broca's area. So let's start with Wernicke. He's in that temporal lobe all by himself, and the reason is because when this is damaged, he can hear, but there is no meaning. So again, remember that the temporal lobe is on the side and is in charge of hearing. So when it's damaged, the person can hear, but it has no meaning. So kind of like when you're talking to someone of a foreign language that you don't know, you can hear them, but you don't understand. It doesn't make sense to you. And that's why we're just going to say that he's off here by himself in this little lobe off to the side because he can't understand what we're saying, and that's really frustrating. So he's just going to go off to the side. Or think like anxiety, again, you're off to the side because you can hear what people are saying and you think they're talking about you, but you have no idea because you can't understand what they're saying. So this area here, he has anxiety, and that's why he's off to the side, because this part of his brain is damaged. And again, he can hear that we're saying something, but he doesn't know what we're saying. Okie doke. So again, that would be like a foreign language or a baby talk. Like we hear the baby talking, but we don't know what they're saying. And so this is called receptive aphasia. So let's think, what is aphasia? So aphasia has the word Asia in it. And if we were to go to Asia, they're probably going to speak a language we have no idea how to understand. So it's going to sound like, okay, I hear you, but I don't understand what you're saying. So I can't communicate with you. And aphasia is when you lack the ability to express and to understand, which is what's going on in these two areas here when they're damaged. So again, aphasia, just remember when you go to Asia, you're probably not going to be able to understand what they're saying or express what you're feeling because we don't understand and they can't understand us. And we can't receive their message just as they can't receive our message. So again, with Wernicke, there's the receptive aphasia, meaning I can't take in, I can't receive what you're saying to me because it's damaged. So then on the other end, we have Broca's area, and here, let's just think of men and how when they communicate to each other, they're always like, bro! And they're really like aggressive. They're like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna go to the gym, bro, and then bro, I'm gonna go to the store, bro, and then bro, do you wanna come over and play video games? I'm like, yeah, bro. So they are very expressive when they talk to each other, and that's what Broca's area is dealing with. So because men are all about the bro, we just let them go in the front so that us women can kind of hang out in the back and we can just do our girly things. And that is where Broca's area is. Again, we push the men off to the front in the frontal lobe. So what happens is that when this area is damaged, these men can no longer talk. So Broca's area is damaged. They cannot talk. That would suck, right? Okay. So this area is in charge of motor speech. So what I'm doing right now, obviously my Broca's area is not damaged because I'm talking, which is great. So when it's damaged, you can understand, but you can't speak. So again, kind of like with the whole anxiety thing, you understand what's going on, but because of your anxiety, you're damaged, you can't speak. So our bro is sad because he can't speak, because he got damaged. And that's what we call expressive aphasia. So over here we had receptive. With Wernicke's, receptive, I can't receive the message because I hear you, but I don't make sense of what you're saying. Whereas Broca's area is expressive, so I understand clearly what you're saying, but I can't say, bro, I get it. Make sense? All right, so bro, they can't talk. And we let the men go in the front or in the frontal lobe. With Wernicke, he's off to the side. They're in the temporal because we don't understand what he's saying when he's damaged. And he is the receptive aphasia. And again, aphasia has Asia in it. And if we were to go to Asia, we would not be able to likely understand what they're saying, and they wouldn't be able to understand us, and we wouldn't be able to speak back to them. Come back.